Wow. Beautiful, beautiful design. Beautiful design. Oh man, my first impression of Saturn? It's honestly, that one's so long ago now that I do remember. I think I remember. What I do remember is you're one of the very few people who came in, was another streamer, was openly LGBTQ, and was down to chat for a while. I remember being really excited that you came to the chat because you were like a real person. Um and I could verify that from your Twitch. Like I think I was able to see that you were a real human being. Um and you were very friendly right off the bat. I always enjoy your chatting. So I think that I don't remember feeling anything other than being excited to have you here. I do remember not knowing how to pronounce your name and then saying it was Saturn with the W, like it was cute, and then I really liked that. And then I only called you Saturn for like months. Like I didn't even say Saturn. Like I just didn't. And at first I think I thought your name was Saturn with the W, like fully, like you didn't go by Saturn at all. I thought it was just Saturn. And then later I realized that that was just on Twitch or like some places you're Saturn, but you're also Saturn. So that was one thing I remembered later. But yeah, that's genuinely my first impression. I remember being really excited that you were like a legit person who was like LGBTQ, did streaming, and found me and wanted to stick around. And actually like you like organically found the stream and we're having fun in it. And I remember it boosted my confidence. And I was like, oh, I hope more, like that just goes to show that if I keep streaming, more people will come and find me and like want to hang out. Anyway, that's what I remember. So that's my genuine impression. I remember being very happy that you came. Um, okay, Cookie, I'll answer you too, but I do see Kira saying goodbye. I came out to my brother's. Oh, did you say in the Discord you came out to? Oh, you did tell us that. My little bird made me a little fruit plate for Lesbian Visibility Day. Aww. That's so sweet of your little bro, Kira. I love it. And yeah, please, if you go to sleep, um, I hope that you feel better. I really keep us updated on the tummy. If you start to feel better, if you start to feel worse, let us know in the Discord. We'll all send you really good vibes and thoughts. I hope that your parents freaking take you seriously soon. Like what the heck? Um, yeah. And so I hope you feel better if you do go to sleepies. I will take the freedom. Please do not suggest arson to one of our youngest viewers. Sleep is for the birds. What are you talking about? Um, yeah. Cookie, what was my first impression of you? Again, it's hard to remember because it was so long ago now. Cookie, I honestly don't know if I even remember the first time you came in the chat. It was such a long time ago. I remember you saying you were from Scotland because I haven't asked that as much anymore, but I like to ask people where they're from. And I remember thinking it was really cool that you were from Scotland. And we had one other person from Scotland, which was Max. Am I wrong about that? I don't think so. No, Max is from Ireland. I think I made that connection where I was like, oh, we have someone from Ireland, but not Scotland. I do remember that being interesting. What? I am now a bird then. Cute. Be a bird and have your little nest. I asked about cookies or ducklings. Is that what you remember asking about in the chat? Yeah, you came in and asked like a random question. So I think at first I definitely, with you, Cookie, I think I remember thinking this is somebody who will likely be here briefly. This is someone who will likely be here briefly. And because it just like you came in with a random question. So it came off of the vibe of someone who's maybe going in many chats to ask this random question. And I think I answered it really sincerely. Like you asked something about, yeah, like you were just like, you just came in and you were like, what do you think about like what's your favorite flavor of cookie? Or like you just asked me something very direct and I think I just answered very directly and like just took it very seriously and then it just naturally we conversed from there. And so I think I all I remember is that it went from me thinking, "Oh, this person's probably going to bounce in a second," to you staying for a while. And I felt positive about that. I remember like slowly over the conversation being like, "Oh, this person's actually enjoying the stream." Like I thought you were maybe going to be like a brief encounter. And then I just remember you coming to the stream like all the time after that and then sharing that with like Tui, I'm sure, and being like, I have a new freaking friend from Scotland who comes all the time now. I think that's what I remember. It's so hard to remember because you've been at so many streams over the past year, like almost 100. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how could I remember? Spinel, did you just cry? Why are you crying? I think she's probably playing with her toy. Um, Kira, I remember my first impression on you. I wanted to hang out more because I found you really cool, but I was always busy. I remember I found it cool because I don't know any other streamer from Ontario. Yeah, Kira, that was so cool. You're still one of the only peeps I know from Ontario as well on Twitch. Certainly the one I talk to the most. Um, and Kira, I do remember that because we met each other through Ari Centauri, and then you did not come back to the stream. So I remember thinking you were probably going to be a one-hit wonder, like someone who came to the stream once, had fun, but didn't come back. Like that's what I thought originally. But there's lots of people that do that. And then you were one of the only, like I'd invited people to be in the 50 follower giveaway, and so many people ghosted me, like did not answer. And you, Kira, were one of the only people who answered who was not a regular viewer. Almost only regular viewers had said yes, they wanted to be involved in that. And when you answered and you were like, yeah, I'll be in it, I was like so excited because I was like, oh my God, this person who I don't know as well wants to be in my giveaway. And then you came by surprise to the 50 follower giveaway. And then from then on, it was Kira Town. Kira was a Alonzo Land member. It was awesome. So that I do remember clearly. Oh my God. Sack, is that a reference to Cookie saying ah? And then Girly, first impression of me, Girly. To be honest, Girly, I do remember you came in. What I do remember is you were very chill right off the bat. That I definitely didn't get any flags at all. And honestly, I felt that your username, Kayla's here, was really cute and it was pink and I really liked it. And I already felt like I got an instant vibe of this person's probably cool and nice. Do you know what I mean? Like I got a good vibe from you right off the bat. Like I wasn't worried about you at all. The way when other randos come in, you're always like, is this person gonna be a troll or not? Um, you came in, I think you just said hi or something, and then we just chatted and you were totally normal and friendly and enjoyed the stream. I do remember we were talking about LGBTQ stuff, and so like you were very open about like sharing your part of the LGBTQ community with us, and so we were like, yay, more LGBT friends. And then I remember that we had someone be an idiot in the chat, and I felt horrible about it because I was so happy that you joined the Lonzo Land community that night, and I was sharing with you how I wanted this to be a really LGBTQ friendly space where everyone is totally accepted and no one has to deal with bullshit. And then we dealt with bullshit, and I remember thinking, I really hope Kayla comes back. Like I remember thinking, like I feel so sad if like Kayla is now like the Lonzo Land stream is not good. And I remember that being like honestly on my mind, and I felt really bad about that. And so when you did come back, I felt really really happy you came back. And I am happy to say that it doesn't seem like anything like that's happened really that badly since. So I am very glad you stuck around. It was just a bad night, but yeah, Girly, I remember that just being a very positive experience. And I forget if we talked about anything else specific that night, but I just remember my first impression was this person's safe, cool, chill. So yeah. Um, I used to watch Saturn stream all the time, but I rarely catch you online when I'm on now. That's because freaking Saturn doesn't stream anymore. Saturn's on a long hibernation from streaming, which is sad, but we understand. It's hard out here. Oh my God, would you rather have a cookie or a duckling? That is what you asked me. And you asked if I could explain more, and I said how you rather look after a duckling or have a cookie to eat. And let me guess, did I say I'd rather have a duckling? I'm sure that's what I said. I'll jump on the wagon. What was my impression? Sec. Again, you are a much longer time resident, so it's hard for me to remember the first time. That said, I'd have to say, Sec, I think you were early on enough that I'm almost positive I was at 0 viewers for a long time before you entered. And Sec, you have always been very articulate and very like friendly. I feel like you like, especially if you are meeting a streamer for the first time, you have a really good sense of boundaries and like and I feel like you have a good sense of entering conversations with new people and stuff. So I remember you came up very friendly. I was really excited to see you in the chat because I was like, oh, no one's in the chat, now there's a friend. And I remember you were pretty consistent talking to me, which you still are, where it's like you were really giving me a back and forth dialogue. And so it felt like a one-on-one conversation. I think that's how I remember it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was like you and I just talking directly to one another, probably for like at least an hour. And so I think I really can't remember anything about the impression other than I was very happy you came to the stream. I think you followed, and it was what it would have been like a very exciting moment that someone was on the stream for that long. I'm sure I told Tui that someone was on the stream for an hour last night. Probably didn't know if you were gonna come back. Um, so that's the only thing I remember is just like excitement about having an early viewer who was actually staying for a long time and like talking to me throughout. Digi would have been a similar impression, I think. Um, I was excited too. I just happy to be able to watch the streams. Yeah, it's awesome when we have you here, Kira. Honestly, you are such a great addition to the vibe of the stream. Just such a cool, chill, friendly, nice person, kind, smart. Like you're just great to have around. Um, Not gonna lie, I was not planning on coming back to the stream, but happy I did. Cookie. Aw, Sex and I really wouldn't be the same without Cookie. Oh, it really wouldn't be the same. It really wouldn't be the same. No, I completely agree, Cookie. This would not be the same without you. Um, like even though I've grown in followers, there are certainly core people that if like y'all just ghosted one day, or like it's certainly I feel your absence when you're not here. A lot of you, like a lot of you, yeah. If you're not here, it like it's noticeable. Like, or if you have to leave early from the stream or you don't come to the stream, like that, it's noticeable. Like lots of different people bring different things, but you're so unique that like when you're not here, like there's something special is not here, you know. So definitely, and like the chat is like it's just interesting because like I'm part of the stream, but the chat is what, especially when I'm just chatting, the chat makes the stream what it is. Y'all, you know what I mean? Like we really follow your vibe here. There's like all this back and forth. Like it's a very important part. So whoever's in your chat and your viewership completely cultivates the culture alongside the streamer. You know, it's certainly um I think that's something that's really interesting to try and explain to people in my life is whereas like YouTube you're really watching the video and the video's the content and then there's comments and you can comment on the content, but I just feel like on Twitch the chat is a huge part of the content. Do you know what I mean? It's not just something you comment on and I'm it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Um yeah, I felt bad that day. I still feel bad about all of that. I can't remember. Um oh yeah. I don't know, Cookie, honestly. I don't think so. We don't need to talk about it anymore. All's to say that the Lundsland needs to stay a cool place. Oh my god, the cat's back with his birthday toy. This guy took a nap and then he said, I'm back at it again with my barnyard animal. Oh god, this guy's gonna be up all night. It's his birthday, so. Okay, now we have to share Alonso first impressions. No! I'm actually really interested to know your first impressions of me, especially if it involved lurking before you commented, because I wouldn't even know what you've seen. Saturn says, for me, I was just browsing around, not really to make friends, but just like connect to people in chat and stuff. And when I stumbled upon you, I didn't expect to stay either, TBH. But here I am. Somehow I came back again and again, and I love that I didn't get to see the community grow. Oh, Saturn, that's so sweet. I love that so much. And yeah, totally. I love hearing that people like it makes sense. You wouldn't expect, I guess, to come back most of the time. There's so many people, right, on Twitch, and there's so much. You just kind of go in quickly to chat, and like you don't know if you'll ever return. But it's awesome that some of you have come back and again and again. That's really great. And Saturn, I do remember your vibe was very friendly, and you were clearly trying to chat, have a good time, like connect with people. Like that was the vibe I got for sure. I was like, oh, this person's actually here to chat and have fun. God, Digi, I don't even want to read this whole thing. My first impression coming into the PlayStation Eye stream, look at this noob. Then you made me laugh and I stuck around. Thank you, Digi. Yeah, definitely was a noob for sure. And I felt like a major noob. Such a noob, dude. Like the first time I went live, I still have that video saved too. I'm like, "Hi everyone. This is my first Twitch stream. I'm playing Tomb Raider." Just so fucking funny. Cookie. My first impression of Alonso was I was scrolling on a night that I was thinking of ending it with in the next few days and thought, damn, she looks pretty. I need to think of something to say. Aw, Cookie, thank you so much. And then you thought of something to say, which was, would you rather have a cookie or a duckling? Great opener. And here we are, friends. It changed everything. And I do remember that, Cookie. I do remember you sharing that you were in a really dark place. I don't know if you shared it on that stream or if it was later, but I remember that being early on. And Lonzo changed my life for the better. Oh, Cookie, that's so sweet. Like, that's definitely paramount to my memory of you starting the stream, though, is you're one of the first people who told me, like, you know, your stream is making me happy, and like your stream specifically, not like Twitch streamers, but like Lonzo's stream is like making me happy to be around. Um, and that's awesome to hear, dude. Like, that is all I could ever want. And like, sometimes I think it's really easy to feel like a drop in the well when I'm on Twitch. And a lot of it is just like shooting the shit, having fun. It doesn't have to be that serious. But at times when I do want to think about like wanting to do more Twitch and like wanting to do better or whatever, it's really hard not to feel like a drop in the well and just be like, why would anyone watch me when there's so many people to watch? But then I think about all the different people I watch on YouTube, for instance, and just being like, well, people still, I always finding new people to watch, and everyone's really unique and everyone brings something different. And so it's just like good to put yourself out there because you never know like how you might connect with somebody. And also like the fact that I have a small channel makes it really safe for a lot of people to come hang out. Jelly Bear! Woo! Jelly, you came at a great time. We're having a little bit of a Lonzo reminiscence fest at the very end of the stream. Everyone is sharing. Well, I was sharing my first impressions of people, and everyone's sharing their first impressions of me. So Sec, I haven't read this one yet. For me, Last of Us 2 hype was building for launch, and I wanted to check out gameplay of Last of Us 1 for buy. Looked for a low viewer stream, found Zoe, had a blast talking with her, and stuck around. Made friends with Digi and Cookie and Zozo's eccentric personality. Oh, thank you for calling me eccentric. I do think that that is a fair descriptor of some aspects of me. But yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. Cookie, Digi, Zozo, Sec. Definitely some early friendships and early vibes. Early chat community building was the four of us. Also, I would say Time Flows was early in there, maybe a bit later, and Maple was earlier too. So Maple was definitely part of that, but Maple wasn't there as often as Digi, Cookie, Sec. Like y'all were hardcore chatters that were like really there for me, helping me get through that mom's basement PlayStation Eye phase.